Hello everyone, looks like the August Sketchbox has arrived. Oh my, look at my hands. I just noticed on camera. If you're wondering what this is, I'm not going for a skeletal look. I was painting some display crates for my market display when I have a booth. Anyway, and I can't do it without getting it all over myself. I'm gonna see if I can get this all. Okay, looks like we got everything. Yeah, so please forgive my messy hands. We'll just get them messier, why don't? Oh, this looks familiar. Awfully familiar here. Is this? Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna start. Whoa, that looks really cool. All right, here I am, random. Look at all this cool stuff. Here we have the brochure, and it says a Paint Markers Premium Box. So it seems like for the last several months or more, Sketchbox has been doing kind of a more cohesive theme, and so this is paint markers, so it's all going to be in this realm. And then they have the whole lesson in here as well. You get a whole like art lesson, which is cool. And that is that. I'm not going to go over that because I don't go over that. I just do the swatching. And then here is the sort of menu of what we have, which I kind of want to set to the side. I will reference it. And I like to start with the surface because then I have something to swatch out on. Oh, he's so handsome. I love the zebra. Okay, this is, what is this? This is Clairefontaine. Is that their logo? I don't even know. But it's Bristol paper. And it is 91 pounds, pure white, extra weiss. Different language, sorry. Extra blanc. I love languages. Anyway, we get 10 sheets of this. And then I have my little thing in here. This must be good for paint markers. I'm not seeing. Maybe it's just because there's 3 languages. I'm having a hard time distinguishing, but we will pull a sheet off and have a little sketch. It says here it's perfect paper to blend and explore the possibilities of the paint markers. So sorry, that's where it says that. And then I'm not very excited about this because actually we have got this before. In fact, it's right here and it's the same color, Prismacolor Color Erase. It works. It's a great pencil, but like you can see, I haven't I use this, but I haven't got very far down with this one. I'll have to look. If you're interested, I can look and see how long ago it was that we got this. But yep, we have got this before. If we're gonna repeat something, a pencil at $1.38 value, I suppose, is not too much to worry about. Okay, I'm gonna grab mine because, you know, why not? Since it's already sharpened and that one's not sharpened. So we have the Prismacolor Kohl Erase. These work all right. I do not love the pink eraser. I don't think it works that great, but I can show you that right here. This is a very smooth paper. It is Bristol. It said it's smooth. It's not gonna be the perfect paper for colored pencil, of course. So you see how this is my issue with the eraser on the Kohl Erase. It doesn't erase everything. I have these little guys, these white polymer. I just have like them on the ends of everything because I bought a big pack. It doesn't even do that much better. I would like to say it does a better job. You can judge for yourself. It maybe does slightly better, but maybe not on this paper. There you go. This is a great pencil for sketching things out, you know, just getting your ideas down, and then you can kind of erase it. Kind of. I wouldn't use that eraser though. Tombow plastic eraser here. Woo! Look at that. Much better. So yeah, there you go. If you aren't familiar, which probably you are, Kohl Erase. Lovely. What else do we have here? Should we just go right in here? This looks like, feel this. I mean, you can't feel this. That's a silly thing to say to a video, but it's solid. I like this case. And it seems really nice that it came in this. And oh, there's another one. Look at that. Oh, very nice presentation. 10 out of 10, I say. And actually, I like that it's see-through too, because, man, I forget about things when I can't see them. So here I am. I'm like a cat. I'm more interested in the packaging of everything. But I do love the colors. I just want to get into them. So we have Marigold, French Rose, Sky Blue, Grape, Kelly Green, and Coffee. It's a Sketchbox signature acrylic brush marker set. Highly pigmented colors. Deliver smooth, opaque coverage on a variety of surfaces. This is a fun thing. I've got some rocks in the garage. Yeah, people collect things. I have a box of rocks, but they're smooth rocks, so those would be good for painting on with these guys. I have a bunch of other stuff too, but yeah, I don't have room for them in here. So I thought when I saw these, they look similar to what I thought this, so we can compare them real time because we got some Caron pigment real brush markers also. I think these are acrylic. Yes, these are also acrylic. Let's see which one this is. Oh, it says shake well before use. Does this say which color it is? Huh. I don't see it. So are we just supposed to guess? This must be grape. I don't see any other purples. What do you think? Marigold? Coffee? Kelly Green? That's definitely Kelly Green. Sky Blue. And this must be the French Rose. Ooh, it's very pigmented, yes. And the brush nib is stiff, but still flexible. It's not the most flexible one I've seen, which is not good nor bad. It just depends on, you know, how you like to use it. If it's too flexible, sometimes for me, my lines show up more shaky. So I like the firm. That was grape, we said. Oh, shade going with French ooh. It looks, the cap is not a good representation. Always swatch your stuff because I like this color on the cap, but I feel like this color seems more French Rose to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Kelly Green. Throw a little leaf in there. So if you guys can use your imagination, we can really pretend this is flower. And they go right over each other. I'm sure they are blendable if you don't wait till they dry. Blue, ooh. Oops, yep, that blended. So it kind of, I didn't really want to do that though. Ooh, I like that color I made though. But now I gotta clean it off. This is what I believe is Marigold. What do you think? This is kind of an orange color-ish? Yeah, I think it's kind of in the orange family. And then Coffee. Ooh, I like this. Nice, rich, espresso brown color. This swatch sheet is so random. My marks are so random right now. My sticker's trying to get away here. I want to show it to you before it completely disappears. I love this sticker. Was it last month that I didn't get one? One of these months I didn't get one, and so that's a pretty cute sticker there. I imagine we have to shake these also and store horizontally. Let's shake both of these while we're at it. That's good. Lilac. This is lilac, but it is dark. I think I would call it eggplant. I'm always trying to rename things, but this nib is hair. Or actually, I don't think it's hair, but it's individual bristles. I wonder if you can see this if I... Okay, sometimes I feel like I might be the most ridiculous person ever because my hands are already completely messed up, but I went and got a glove. And I'm trying to show, and I don't know if this is showing on camera because of focus, but I'm trying to show the individual bristles there. Very painterly. Now I have a pretty latex glove finger. Oops, look at this. All right, feel free to laugh, please, if it gives someone some entertainment, because I don't know. I am so messy, and I was trying to not be messy, and I still got messy, and I managed to color a glove while I was at it. Yes, such is my life. So, this is a much more expressive tip, I think, is where I was going. And if you have shaky hands, like myself, I'm not super steady, you can see it's a little harder to get straight lines than with the Sketchbox ones, but you can get more expressive painterly effects. So depending on what you like, these are actually, they look similar, very different in how they lay down on the paper, and I don't know about the inks, so that's good to know. Ochre is our other color here, which, ooh, this is giving University of Washington Husky vibes here, because, you know, the purple and gold there. It's a very nice color. This looks like a very nice color for the center of flowers. Roses don't have that, but yeah, nice color there. Interesting mix of colors here. And then we have this guy, which okay, we have to take this cap off to prevent it from being pumped inadvertently, but then you pump to get the color out. I think my issue with the other one I have is that it just really dried up the tip, and maybe if I washed it or something, I don't know. Because I didn't use it often enough. Here we go. We got some color. Whoops. Whoa. 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 Okay, it came out fast, so I'm getting some drips. And this is gold. I think that there's some sizing or something on the tip here. It was a little stiff. So I think you can see without me messing up another glove or my hand that there are individual bristles on this nib as well. And I just find that, I don't know, it's harder for me to get a consistent look with this. It's a thicker tip, but again, it depends on what you're going to do with it. And so it's a more, I find it's a more dry brush, maybe because I'm going faster. Maybe if I go really slow, I can get, so that might be the thing. You might have to take your time more, but if you want the dry brush effects, you're going to get it more easily with this tip here. Ah, here we are. Ooh. The prompt is vanishing point. And I think that's the theme on this particular artwork. I don't think that's going to do it for me. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. Let me see if I can do something, or maybe I'll just leave it at this. And I hope you liked seeing the box. Share your thoughts and comments below. I love to hear them. Plus, it helps me learn new things about this. These are some fun supplies. Maybe I should just paint a rock. What do you think? Maybe I should pull one of those rocks out of the garage and paint it, see how they do on the rock. That might be a good idea, because I'm not loving this paper so much. Here I actually had a couple rocks actually right in the office. One of my daughters brought these to me. Nice rocks. Now, tips here. If you can find a nice smooth rock with enough surface area, you can do it as small as you want, but this one, for example, is about 2 inches by maybe 1.25 inches, so a good amount of surface to work with. And then this one here is more round, but it's relatively smooth, so I'm going to start with this one. It's got kind of a flat side, and I was thinking of doing for this one like a little flower here and a bee here. Let's see how it goes, and have a different plan for this one. And I might, for this one, I might just cheat a little bit, and I was thinking of trying to compare. I got these Sharpie creative markers when there was Prime Day, and they have a white. So I was thinking I might use a little bit of the white. Actually, there's a lot of colors that I got with this one, but there's no white and black in this mix. So yeah, I might even, this one's pretty dark. What is this one? This one is, wait a minute. Oh, that's the brown, right? The coffee. Yeah, that's pretty dark. For the bee, maybe I'll start with that, but if I'm not happy, I might pull in the Sharpie. Well, don't tell anyone. I'm cheating a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to kind of compare them in use also, because that's new to me, and see how they fare. So I'll put some music on and speed this up, and then we can see what they look like at the end. I didn't actually end up using any of the Sharpie marker in this first one. I like it, although I might add to it, is what I'm saying, because I'd like to add a little bit of a darker green, although it is pretty tiny. But, you know, I have got Posca paint pens that'll play well with these, so it's super fun. I did actually use the coffee, as you can see. That's not black. I think it looks just fine. And for the wing, I managed to do some mixing. This is palette paper, so it's kind of coated, waxy coated. And boy, I'm making a mess here. So I would clean off my tips on there, as well as just kind of quickly mix. Put a little bit of, like, I put a little bit of the purple and a little bit of the coffee onto the blue. That's what I put it onto. I can't even remember. In order to get this little darker outline for the wing, and then that little lavender color, which was a much lighter version of this. And then on my cheater rock, I just used the Sharpie creative marker to get my white clouds, which is pretty cool. I did have to do a couple coats, and to be fair, I think I totally forgot to shake before using these, so maybe they're a little more pigmented if you shake them first. That is the direction, so word to the wise there. As always, I hope you enjoy seeing my thoughts, review of the supplies. This is a fun box, and even though I didn't love the paper, I'll give it another go, but for the video's sake, I just thought, hey, these are great for rocks. Or really, you can paint on whatever you can put acrylic ink on, you can go for it. And I could seal this with like Mod Podge or a different kind of sealant that's good for acrylic stuff. I could leave it as is. That I don't know how it would stand up in the weather without some kind of coating over it. But I could try it, and they're pretty cute. I really like how they turned out. They're nice and summery. I think it's perfect for August. What do you guys think? So, share your thoughts below, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful and creative day. Thanks for supporting my channel.